Brad, I'm sick of it.
Man, me too, brother. What are we sick of? This fall weather.
The war.
Yep.
Any of them.
Yep.
You know what I'm sick of? I think I've maybe talked about it on the podcast before, but I go to ChickfilA drive-thru. I'm on my way back from Iowa, and I'm trying to make good time. And so I'm going through the drive-thru.
Yep.
And I say, hey, I'll take 4 chicken tenders, large order of fries, and a drink. And they say, sauce with that? I say, yes. Honey roasted barbecue. Mm-hmm. The smallest of your sauces.
Yes.
And then they toss them in the bag. I say, thanks, see ya. And I'm driving down the road, and I look at my bag. 2 of them.
2 of them?
4 tenders? Large
fry?
What are these people getting paid reverse commission on how much they give out?
Large fry gets you at least 3 right there alone. And then the tenders, another 3.
Unbelievable.
1 1/3 per tender. No. 5/8 per tender.
They gave me 2/6 of what they should have.
That's ridiculous.
I can't believe it's so consistent. Chick-fil-A does everything right, but they train these people to be as stingy as possible with the sauce.
Not all sauces. Honey roasted barbecue, I think they're a little stingier.
Short end of the barbecue stick.
Because they think that 2 honey roasted barbecue is equivalent to the 2 Chick-fil-A sauces.
Open your eyes.
Boy, are you wrong.
It drives me crazy. I'm so hungry. I can't wait. I don't know how I'm going to get this sauce while I'm eating and driving.
Sure.
Well, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, guess I won't.
Oh, guess I will for a half a second. And it's in and the pouches that they come in, you're only getting like 80% of the stuff out of those kind of packets.
You're never going to come close to a 90% yield out of that pouch.
Oh,
No.
a Chick-fil-A sauce, you can scrape those sides, brother. You are just fine with that. But those honey roasted barbecue sauce packets, no way, dude.
You could try, but yeah, but
You can string your teeth through it and like get some on your teeth and get it in there, and then just like get some on your tongue and then put the French fry in there. Not the same.
Need to try one of those hydraulic presses or something. Maybe that could get it all out.
Yeah.
But still, I'm not upset at like the homeschooled high schooler that works there.
No.
I'm upset at whoever the boss is who
Yes.
says, hey, put 2 honey roasted barbecues in every bag. Because I know you've eaten Chick-fil-A before.
It's your fault. Yeah.
Ezekiel, I know you've had Chick-fil-A.
I know you have, Jeremiah.
I know you use more than 2.
Noah, put some more in the bag. Okay?
Hey,
Timothy, listen.
I was trying to think of a girl's name. All I could think of was Bathsheba.
Sarah, put more in the bag, Sarah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they know that it takes more. Esther.
Come on, Esther.
Come on, Hesden.
Nice timing.
Mic drop on timing.
Timing mic drop.
I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
Speaking of biblical names, I've started doing a joke in my set about this of when I got to SBU, trying to learn names, whatever.
Okay.
And after one of the shows, ran into a ghostie, and we basically did my joke in real life, not on purpose, because she was like, my name's Judith. And I was like, Judy? And she's like, Judith. I was like, oh, Judith. And it's like a 24-year-old girl. I was not expecting her name to be Judith. I was like, oh, awesome. I was
Judith.
And she's like, yeah, like the Old Testament names. Like, yeah, that's the whole joke. We just did it. That's so funny.
I thought you were about to say like she had a lisp and you didn't realize it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jesus was betrayed by Judas.
Judith. Yeah, I guess Judith isn't quite an Old Testament name, but as far as like an old-timey version of a name you have heard of. Anyway, fun story about Judith. She was like, you guys were just talking on a recent episode of like how people found it. Did anyone ever find this podcast just scrolling? She's like, I am one of the scrolling people.
Oh, cool.
She said in 2019, episode 6, she said, I just got a concussion. I was like, oh, maybe that's why.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, I'm not allowed to look at screens.
I don't even know. Yeah.
But I was like, that's crazy. That was like the old logo. That's just, she's like, I just saw something that said something about a clean podcast. And so I clicked on it, and episode 6, I've been listening ever since.
Wow.
Met her outside of Phoenix, I think.
You don't say, Judith. That's pretty. That's pretty sweet.
Though?
That is super sweet, Judith.
You're really something else.
That is just spectacular.
The bee's knees.
Bee's knees. The cat's pajamas.
Judith was portrayed by
Judith. Because then you're saying Judith right. Like, but the more you say it, the more you think it's Judas. That's good, Judith.
So yeah, fun fact about Judith.
That is a fun
cool.
stat.
Yeah.
A fun little anecdote.
Just scrolling. Episode 6.
Just scrolling through the podcast app on her smartphone.
Episode 6.
Episode 6. That's awesome. I got a new computer.
Yeah, it looks nice. Show everybody.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do a spin. Whoa, the charger actually looks really nice.
Yeah, it's one of the it's one of the
MagSafe?
MagSafe. Thank you, Timon. I was going to get there because I'm cool and Gen Z like that. But that's how my first MacBook I ever had was like that.
And then back to USB-C.
I kind of missed USB-C, which this one also. Just listen, Time.
Okay, I'll give you a chance.
I was sitting in a coffee shop
like a
yesterday.
table.
I was at Main Street Roasters North, and I was sitting at a coffee shop, and it was a packed house. Ooh, did you just spill some?
Felt like it. I think
You're
we're
good.
clear.
It was a packed house, and so I got a chair seat, like a leather chair seat, rather than like a table. You know what I mean?
Where were you at? I'm imagining Main Street Roasters, outer space.
Right, Main Street Roasters North. Main Street Roasters with a dark canine.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what Main Street Roasters outer space would be?
Outer space. Oh, sure.
Nice.
I haven't been there in a minute.
I know. They have good leather chairs, though. But I feel like you take up. Like,
the tall ones. Is that, no. What?
Summer Moon?
Yeah.
I feel like they have like some big like leather chairs, but not tall, just
Okay.
short
Well,
even.
the tall ones are also leather.
Oh, okay.
I thought.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry.
No, I was at Black Dog, which is not as good as Main Street Roasters. But it's always packed in there. And so I didn't get a table, which is better for productivity. I was sitting on a chair, which is comfortable. But I had the MagSafe and it was on my lap and it kept like hitting my leg up and down. And so it was coming barely off and on. And so it was just freaking my computer out.
That is a bummer. And it stinks because you know that magnet's not going to get stronger over time.
Right.
It's only going to get weaker. Like my watch charger, I feel like it's losing its magnetism.
Oh, just magnetic pull. It's just, I don't even have any S's. I'm just trying so hard to like have one come
You're
out.
like, yeah, is it north or, I guess that's already TH.
North or south?
South.
But the USB-C still works in it. So,
Does it?
Yeah, there's two. So I don't know.
I feel like I have to make the case.
Go ahead,
I feel
Tom.
like I would much prefer it to come out if you bump it rather than like break the USB-C.
Yeah. It's a good word.
When has the USB-C ever broken?
I just slammed my laptop down.
I don't know. You tell me. For the sake of the content.
Throw it against the wall.
Like, hey, you're going to reimburse me for that broken
Dude, how
laptop,
fun
right?
would that have been for us to plan this out? And like, this isn't my laptop, and like, this is fake. Timon's like, those things can break easier than you think. Oh yeah, show me. I just rail it against the wall. You're like, oh my gosh, dude.
I mean, one take,
Fun prank someday.
Got him. You've seen a USB-C break, Timon?
I just feel like it's much more likely to.
I would agree.
That's one of the nice things about the MagSafe. It's like it's not gonna snap something if it like gets placed down weird or something like that.
Anyway, the computer's awesome. I mean, so fast, but I'm still getting used to like, there's so many things that I think I set differently than the presets that I'm like realizing as I'm going like, oh, I need to change the way I'm an old school scroller. So if I'm scrolling from top to bottom, I'm literally taking my fingers top to bottom.
Oh, ew.
I know.
Don't say ew, first of all.
Rachel and Trey both do it that way too.
You know what?
Ew.
I have poultry with the ew thing, okay?
Timon and
Stop
I-
saying ew about things that are just different than what you like.
Trey says ew if like someone does something cool in sports. How do you feel about that?
No.
Sure he isn't saying
ew is a
sure
good thing?
saying ooh.
Yeah.
It's more of a
No.
Oh!
No, it's like an actual like ew, like that was disgusting.
What? Give me you're saying like Patrick Mahomes makes an incredible like one-footed throw. Ew.
Yeah, I've seen him do that.
What? No, don't like that either.
nasty.
I do it I think like ooh, like I do it. I don't know if this is like a trendy like Gen Z thing, but like if something's gross, like food or something, I'll go ew. Is that like just me? Is that like a trend-setting thing or?
I would my generation, we would more say like that's chuggy. But if you want to say ew to that, then that's fine too.
Oh, that's where ew comes from. Is chuggy.
Chugo.
Anyway, stop doing ew on my podcast. All right, Timon.
Okay.
I'm with Timon, but we were also on the same stage, so maybe that's why.
That's right. You guys are both Gen Z. One
and the same.
Yeah. But it's funny, like all the things that I realized, like, oh, I guess I do that, and it's not the preset. Like, I'm a three finger swipe to go back on my browser.
Yeah.
That wasn't the default.
No, 2.
Also, the new like messages, like before, I used to be able to go 3 fingers down and up, and it would like go down the messages. I can't figure out how to get that back.
Shoot.
Do you know how?
No.
Figure it out. So anyway, do you guys have any weird, I don't know, computer things?
Computer quirks.
What I learned that I wanted my mouse to be way faster than the default.
I do like figuring out, like calibrating my mouse speed, my click speed, sensitivity.
There's some like third click thing going on, or like double, like deeper click. I don't like, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, deep click?
Yeah, it's like a deep fake, but for clicks. It's like AI powered click. No,
we're going to call this segment QWERTY Quirks.
QWERTY Quirks. So like, let's say I like highlight something. So I'm like going and trying to drag and drop all this stuff. Like if I'm dragging and, okay.
Oh, yikes. This is embarrassing.
This is weird.
Brad can't highlight.
If I'm like dragging and dropping, and then sometimes I like push down too hard, it like clicks again.
And then what?
And then that's the issue is I need to figure out how to turn it off, because sometimes it'll then like try to define the word that I'm highlighting, and then it'll just like unhighlight everything. Timon, you know what I'm talking about?
Do you know about?
I know about like the deeper click thing. I don't know if it's ever given me issues though.
Well,
I don't know.
Do you know about quadruple? I'm not making this up. Quadruple clicking the back of your phone.
Yeah, what does it do though? I forget.
You can set it to wherever you want.
Okay.
Mine is on camera.
Oh, fun. Mine is. Do you think it's like?
I think my double tap might be flashlight. Let's see.
You double tap the back of the phone? I would be doing that all the time on accident.
Well, it sometimes does happen, but I have a case, so I have to just like basically just like hit my phone really hard.
Oh, so maybe if it's like I need to hit.
Maybe it's true. Let's see, maybe it's true.
Mine's a quadruple hammer. If I do it 4 times.
What a great prank! And it's like actually we just break our phones. Like no, you just have to hit it really hard when you have a case. Like oh okay. No, it's not doing anything for me.
Isaac got the new iPhone 15, which has the action button instead of like the mute unmute button.
Don't know about it.
Oh really? It's just like a button that you can click in, and you could program that to be whatever you want. And so he had the idea to program it to be a screenshot. And so you touch that screenshot, but there's like a bug because then that screenshot goes nowhere. It like goes,
oh shoot,
click, cling. It takes it and it's in the bottom left for a little bit and then it disappears and it's just not in his photos anymore.
Oh wow.
So has iPhone lost its fastball?
I would say so. Is that a reference back to All-Time Quarterback? Our brand new podcast?
What's All-Time Quarterback?
Whoa. I don't even know what that means.
I heard about Team Spirit.
Yeah. Team Spirit's dead. I think I might make Team Spirit merch. Just because I think that's
Episode
hilarious.
1.
Like Team Spirit Truthers, like cult classic kind of thing. Like, man, I was a huge fan of Team Spirit before.
Yeah, I wish they'd bring that back.
Like, it's not the same ever since they changed the name. Yeah, we changed our podcast, our football podcast name to All-Time Quarterback.
Yes, which Elizabeth Virgil just left a comment about that. She said something, took me a minute to get it, but after you explained it, love the new name.
Yes. Really fun to think about, like, Ghostrunners as being, like, fun childhood memories about baseball. All-Time Quarterback is a lot of times, oh, there's 7 players. What are we going to do? The evens are uneven. Well, Brad has a cannon for an arm, but he can't run worth crap. Let's put him as All-Time Quarterback, so.
Timon, did you know that? Are you familiar with the term All-Time Quarterback?
No.
Now you are.
Now I am.
Now you are.
Now you are. Now you are, Judith.
Well, now you are.
I would say, now, yeah.
Brad, thoughts on including right now, like 10 seconds of the football podcast for people? Give them a little teaser.
Sure.
Cool.
10 seconds. As much as you want. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, next one was Jaguars 25, Bills 20.
Oh, yeah.
Wembley. Was it Wembley Stadium?
I think it was Tottenham.
Tottenham, yeah.
Which, is that the same?
All right. Sure it is, yeah. Cheerio. Tottenham, Wembley. Let's go, Tottenhams.
Like, you could tell me Tottenham's a city, or that's just a team, or that's the nickname. It's the Wembley Tottenhams.
Oh, yeah. It's like, that's what they call bulls in Britain.
Yeah.
Let's go, Tottenhams.
Cows.
Give them the horns, Tottenhams.
Tottenham ham.
All right.
Give them the horns, Tottenham.
You mess with the Tottenhams, you get the horns.
That's what they say.
That's what they say,
across
yeah.
the pond.
Right, with the tea and crumpets.
Downset hut.
Oh, good. That's my favorite thing is that I'm just gonna do a different like theme song until I run out.
Football theme song to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are enjoying it. So if you're not a patron and you enjoy hearing us talk or like football, then I think you would like this. Last night we recorded for an hour and 48 minutes.
Yep.
Hour 45, something like that.
And we're also...
we talk about every team.
Yeah, we do.
Just so you know.
We're also putting out Patreon content that's the bonus videos and stuff of voice memos, stuff like that. So that's been like 30 minutes each week too. So
there's a bonus regular episode, bonus football episode.
Yep. Trying to be consistent with that kind of stuff and give you a little more in the patrons. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's you got anything better than a new computer? Doubt it.
Yeah, no, I don't. Okay. I got a bunch of new pickleball paddles. Gave one to Timon.
Yeah.
How'd she play? You been able to play with it yet?
I haven't yet.
Awesome, dude. That's awesome.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
I've been like, even just using it, like hitting a ball, like in the just like it just feels so much.
Oh wow! Yeah. Hit the ball around the house.
Don't you remember your first like remember it was Leanne Cleaver. It was Logan Cleaver's mom. Like Logan Cleaver brought a bunch of pickleball paddles to the park, and we played with those, and they felt like they were $3,000 paddles. We looked them up later; they're $45. Like, but it was like, man, these are just different than the Franklins we've been used to from Walmart.
That's fun. I kind of don't remember her showing up and bringing paddles, but I can.
Well, it wasn't her; it was just Logan bringing them.
Oh.
I was like, hey, my mom is into pickleball, so she's got like 4 paddles, so we can use hers.
Do you remember the day that Gearbox sent me all those?
That was awesome day.
That was great.
Yeah.
We all went straight to the park and just played.
That was a great day. That was just a great time in life.
The pickleball phase.
COVID. You know, it was like Catherine was so cool back. I mean, she still is, but like that time of life, she was like just always like, "That's great, go play, go play with your buddies. See ya." And in her head, she's probably like, because I know eventually these kids are gonna inundate our lives a lot more than they are right now. So
good for Catherine.
It was just Hattie, and we went for it. And then Bo was born, and all heck broke loose.
Yeah, how's Bo doing? Any puke this week?
No puke. He's good, man. We actually I'm going hunting again in November, pheasant hunting.
Yeah.
And they always send like a pre-hunt gift in the mail, which is always really fun. Like
that's
you get
cool.
And this one was like all based around like it was an analogy, if you will, of like, hey, you remember like the joy you had as a child, like playing with your favorite toy, or like, so it was like all these nostalgic gifts. It was like, I hope that this hunt is like something you look back on fondly, like you do these toys. And so in this box were a bunch of fun things like old school candy and old socks and not old socks, but like old style of socks. But then he also had included 4 different packages of G.I. Joes.
Oh, wow.
And I got them and I was like, okay, basically we had a draft for these 4 G.I. Joes, like between Hattie and Bo. I was like, okay, whoever's the best tomorrow, which I don't know if this is good parenting or not. Don't listen to me on this, but I was like, whoever acts the best tomorrow gets the first pick in the draft.
Fun.
And so they just went back and forth, and they each got 2, and they are just in the most like G.I. Joe era of their life. Like,
really? They both into it?
Yeah, especially Bo. I mean, Hattie too, but especially Bo is like literally like sleeping with them, bringing them in the car with him. He had to church, you know, he had a little pocket in his button-up shirt at church. He put one of them in his pocket. I mean, he's just all over the place with these G.I. Joes. And it's just so fun because, yeah, I mean, I talked about it. Like, I still think I could play with G.I. Joes if someone gave me some.
If need be.
100%, yeah. And so it's been fun to like play with them. And Catherine did say the other day, she's like, I don't know, every once in a while, Bo will say things, and I'll be like, maybe he shouldn't, you know, he'll be like, I'm gonna kill you, you know, something back there. Like,
I'm gonna put you in a mass grave. Whoa, easy.
Hey now.
Where'd you learn that?
Well, we did like kind of establish, or maybe Hattie did. I don't know if I like told him this, but like he's established one of them is the good guy, one of them is the bad guy. So maybe he's just trying to take down the bad guys.
Hey, need a little, any good story's got some adversity.
That's
got
right.
Some struggle.
Pro tag and tag.
Sure. I'm sure he understands that.
But yeah, it's been fun, man. Last week, it feels like Catherine was gone quite a few nights last week. So I felt like I put the kids to bed by myself a lot, which was great and fun. And I just feel like we got some good time together. So, yeah, Hattie's also in a fun phase right now. I think you'll be excited about this.
Magic?
Yes. Actually? Yeah.
Oh, I guessed it. Cool.
I don't know how or when. It's like all of a sudden Saturday, we had a birthday party, like extended family birthday party for the September and October birthdays.
Good.
And all of a sudden she brings out like these magic tricks And she's like, and some of them are so funny because like there's one where it's like, hey, like it's like this box that has 2 different coin slots, but you're not supposed to see both of them. And she just holds her like hand over one of the coin slots and be like, "You see how there's no coin? See how there's no coin?" And then she'll just turn around so you can't see her and just turn the box over, pull it back up. Now there's a coin, you know. But it's so cute, like all the different things. And she's got all these, like, so one of them has like a magnet for the coin, so like you push it in there and pull it out, and there's the coin, and you put it back in and pull it out, and there's no coin. Anyway, she's just,
I can't wait.
She's got a little showmanship to her,
yeah,
you know.
I know. I think we're gonna do maybe like there's 5 levels.
Okay.
To your magic class, and you got to conquer them one by one.
Yeah.
Once you trick Bo, then you're ready for the next level. Like once Bo falls for it.
Well, Bo's falling for him right now. Where'd that coin go, Hattie? Yeah, that coin just went away.
That coin's
Whoa,
gone.
it's back, Hattie. That G.I. Joe's gonna kill that coin. Yeah, I think that is a good level 1 for us. So, yeah. So if you ever want to come over next time you're over at our house, like, I'm sure you know, she got to take one of the magic tricks home with her. All the other ones were just at my aunt's house, but she's like, I decided to take home the hardest one, which is a card trick. I don't really, she's like, it's hard because you have to memorize the top card.
Okay.
But I'm like, okay.
That would be funny if she's like, it's tough because you have to memorize the deck.
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah, I hear you.
It's pretty tough. Yeah, you have to like memorize them and then recognize which one is not in there.
And plus, where are we going to get a helicopter to make disappear? So that's
tough.
They wouldn't let me take that one home.
Yeah, I mean that Jake knows that guy, and you know, was it North Carolina that could get me up in the air?
Yeah,
but I mean, there's no one local.
Nick, man.
Yeah.
No, I got some I could teach Hattie. I feel like I've got some. You don't need anything. You just need, I don't know. Yeah, you need almost nothing. It worked in Honduras, so
okay.
So Hattie will get it as well.
Okay. Did you ever do the one with the card in the window?
No, those are good.
There was a kid at Kanakuk. He was like a junior counselor, so he's like a senior in high school or something like that, who came. And he kind of mentioned like, yeah, I'm kind of into like card tricks and stuff. And so one time at our like all staff Mohican tree meeting, we were like, all right, do you want to show us one? And he's like, yeah, sure, I guess I could. He showed us one. It's kind of cool. And then the next one he showed was like, yeah, this card was in the window or something. And everyone just went bonkers. It's like, who is this guy?
That's fun. I didn't know Spanish very well, but after I was doing a few magic tricks, because I learned, I was like, oh, I wasn't planning on doing this here, but whatever. I'm just trying to think of stuff. And they started all calling me this word, and I'm having to ask, like, what do they call me? And they're like, they're calling you the wizard.
Oh.
And I was like, oh.
How do you say that in Spanish?
This may be a bad thing.
Yeah,
at a certain point. This magical man has come to town, and he wants to build it so well.
Oh, El Mago?
El Mago.
Yeah. That's what they called Alcides Escobar. He was a wizard on the baseball diamond back in the day.
Sure.
Fun fact. So, yeah, anyway.
That's fun. Friday night movie night. What'd you guys watch?
Friday night movie night this week. Aladdin.
Good.
And I didn't really get to watch it. We actually had some new friends from church over. And so it was kind of like a nice, like, okay, we're all going to have dinner together. And then Hattie and Bo, you guys go watch the movie while we get to have some more intentional talking time with our new friends. So
that's so nice. And they could just be down there, just watching the movie, hour and a half. They're taken care of.
Oh, yeah. Bo did wet himself a little bit, but I don't know if that's Jafar or just concentration. I was like, Bowie. Like, yeah. I'm sorry, Dad. He's getting really good at like really genuinely sounding sorry these days. And he's just like, I'm sorry. I don't know. I didn't mean to. I don't know. I don't know how it happened.
It was a magic carpet ride, and it just happened. I don't know.
I mean, she said I could show you the world, and I was like, I can't stop. I can't go to the bathroom now. I don't know what happened. So, yeah. Potty in my pants.
That's funny. Aladdin's good though.
Yeah, real I was worried that Bo was going to get too scared, and maybe he did. We don't know about it, but they did all right with it. So
Jafar could be a little scary, but Robin Williams, so good, good Gene.
Just top. Well, maybe we should do Schmor's characters, some Disney characters, Schmor's sometime.
Yeah,
I mean he's up there for me as far as just like
that's fun. Maybe we should do that Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. Think about it. Anyway, yeah, it was a fun time.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Good for Bo. Good for Hattie. Good for magic. Yeah, I was on the road this weekend. Where did I go? We flew to Tucson. Tucson, as Isaac once called it.
I know. Yeah, I remembered that later. Yeah.
I kept it in my back pocket. I was like, if it makes sense, I'll talk about that on stage. Not about Isaac, but just somehow mentioning but it never came up. Mm-hmm. But Tucson, pretty cool town. Way smaller than I would have thought.
Okay.
Like I was like in the middle of downtown and there's like not skyscrapers or anything. Like
really?
It's just kind of a small town with a college there.
I was going to say, that's where University of Arizona is, right?
Yeah. I think what really put Tucson on the map, from what I remember, is Chainsmokers.
That's what put them on the map. You don't think they were on the map before that?
No, I never saw them on a map.
Yeah.
That Blink 182 song that we beat to death in Tucson.
Oh, okay.
I was like, someone was murdered in Tucson.
Blink 182 song that we beat to death in Tucson. I don't know about
Doesn't rhyme, but
interesting,
catchy
nice.
song.
Yeah.
Went from Tucson, and then we don't have the bus this weekend.
Do not have the bus.
Did not have it last weekend. So we like wake up and then at like 10 a.m. then drive up to Phoenix. And then
what's that drive?
It was only like 2.5 hours or so.
Okay.
But then the next day do a Phoenix show and then wake up and then fly to Long Beach. So
logistically, can I ask who's driving these cars?
We had a driver actually. We had two different like Escalades take us to Phoenix.
Escalades.
So I know. I was expecting. I was like, dang, like a van,
town and country,
vibe. But it was nice.
No offense, Timon. It's a great car. I just realized that's Timon's van. Or no, is it a Pacifica?
No, it's town and country.
Okay.
I was imagining like a 12-passenger or 15-passenger van with all our luggage. So it was nice to have some room.
Yeah.
But just like busy days. I mean, the day we flew to Long Beach, we had a 3-hour delay. So you're just a lot of time in the airport. Mm-hmm. And then once we got to Phoenix, as soon as we got there, then we Ubered to Matt and Abby's house. They are some influencers who have a podcast themselves. So
we interviewed them. Where is this?
Phoenix. So interviewed them on Correct Opinions, and
how was that?
Got to hang out at their house. It was good. Isaac, I guess, was somehow familiar with their content beforehand, and we're like, "Yeah, we're going over here." And he was Isaac goes, "Whew, good luck."
And he was
really
serious?
Isaac, not a fan of the content. They make a lot of like. Let me try and explain this like just objectively. Okay. I would say their podcast is it's like borderline like therapy, whereas like they like nothing is off limits. They talk about everything.
I see.
And I think they've kind of grown a following by how like unfiltered they are.
Very vlogger-esque,
but also a lot of just solo content, mommy content, husband, wife, lifestyle content. Mm-hmm. Just one of those like famous bloggers. And
sure.
They just get a lot of hate because I think that kind of comes with the territory. Like everyone wants to say they're cringy. Everyone wants to say they've changed. Everyone wants to say they're ugly now. Like they're.
How does Isaac know about him? That's the funny thing.
I don't know. I should.
Like, how is he getting the algorithm?
Yeah. I was like, dude, what are you? How are you seeing this?
Going back to the travel thing a little bit. I know you're still very easygoing, but you're obviously getting more seasoned in your comedy career and traveling and stuff. Like how do you feel about like, okay, we have to drive here or we have to fly? Like, what bothers you these days as far as that kind of stuff goes?
That's a good question.
Because obviously, like, there's a little bit of inconvenience with the bus too, or something like that.
There is.
Or hotels or whatever. Like, so I'm just curious, like, what's going through your head? I don't know
if too much has changed over the years because I still very much try to realize like, hey, my worst days are not that bad.
Right.
Like
even if sit in a car,
even if the bus breaks down and it floods, it's a tour bus that I live on. That's great. So I try to be aware of that. But I would say the thing now that's like, that's starting to annoy me is non-direct flights.
Okay.
Like, I think I've just flown enough now. Like, we can't fly direct to Tucson?
Right.
Dang, and then this weekend, it's like, we can't fly direct to West Palm Beach? Mm-hmm. It seems like almost every flight in and out nowadays is not direct.
Really?
So that's just like, man, that adds just hours of time away and just one extra flight I got to take a nap on.
Right, because to me, I don't fly enough to where it's not still pretty fun every time you fly. Like, I'm not like a little kid, like, staring out the window the entire time. But, like,
Clouds!
Whoa!
Like, Catherine, we just went through a cloud.
Dude, that's crazy. Like, whoa, farmland. Hey, crop circle. Look at this.
Of all the things you could yell, farmland.
Hey.
What would even be more lame to yell than farmland? Streets.
Hey, no, streets are better than farm.
Yeah, airport. The airport we just came from.
Yeah, there it is. Another airplane.
Another airplane would be kind of cool.
Another airplane would be wild, actually. You're right.
Yeah. Farmland. Or desert.
Yeah.
Desert.
Yeah. Maybe.
No vegetation below us.
Just oasis in the desert. No, but yeah, I still get like weirdly, I don't know. I get happy when they say, "Do you want a drink?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do." I would like 3 ounces of Coca-Cola, please.
That's so fun.
You know, and like they give you the ice that's like kind of cylindrical. And it's like, that's kind of fun. It kind of hurts when you chew on it, but it's fun.
It's part of it.
You know, and you never know what kind of snacks they're doing these days. You know exactly what kind of snacks.
Yeah.
You know?
It is fun. If you're like, "Oh, I don't fly United very often. I kind of forgot the snacks." Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Or whatever. I had my headphones in, so I don't really know what you offered, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of fun. You just like see them gesture. You, sir?
Yep,
yeah.
Sure. I said
2 of them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, 2 ginger ales.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if they offered like 1 of each.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if that's 5 drinks or 2 snacks. I'll take it.
Yeah.
One thing, Trey and I were actually talking about this morning, and Trey was when he brought it up. I was like, I am kind of with you on that. Like, when you fly Southwest, your seats are not assigned, so it's by boarding group. You're given a position to line up in. Like, I'm A19, so I got to line up in kind of this general area, but I'm supposed to be behind the 18, in front of the 20.
Totally.
So our like little triggered thing was like people coming up and like tapping on their shoulder, like, "Hey, what number are you?" Like trying to nail it, trying to get it perfect. It's like, hey, we're all in the A group. Like, we're all getting whatever seat we want. Like, I don't know if it's that big of a deal. Like, if you're in front of me, you're behind me, it's all good.
Yeah.
But then Derek piped up and he's like, "You're in the A group." He's like, "If you're B58, every point matters.
Every seat matters.
Every number matters."
That's so real.
You better make sure 57 isn't in front of you if you're 58.
Yeah, you're right. Like A18 versus A20.
It's like, dude,
no problem. You're going to get whatever aisle seat, emergency exit row, whatever you want is going to be there for you. But like, yeah, the other one, how do you, So like you try to avoid that at all costs, like people tapping you. Back in the like, I always like have my phone out and just kind of like nonchalantly kind of like swivel my body around with like my boarding pass, just in case people like want to know like, and I'll do it almost passively aggressively sometimes. Like I'll be B57 and B58's in front of me, and I'll just be like, let's see.
Oh,
yep, this is right.
Turned my phone around the opposite way.
Yeah,
oh, sorry.
And okay, let's.
Do I need to call anybody?
No, I don't think I need to call. No.
If I did, I'd put a case on this.
If I quadruple tap this thing, I could take a picture of this boarding pass that says B56. Yeah, right.
Off that lens. Oh, did you see? Yes, okay. B19.
I am. Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
B19.
yeah. So if you're B20,
probably behind me is how it works. So yeah,
that's a great tactic.
Yeah.
I like that
because it is like this weird. There's so many funny little nuances of flying. Like people love to stand up by the line too early,
dude.
And I feel so cool coming in at the last minute. Like just wait. It's tempting when everyone's standing up, but it's just like you wait.
There's 3 different things I can think of right now that all annoy me when it comes to people standing in the airport. 1, let's go with lining up to board.
Yep.
Can we not make more space?
Yep.
Southwest is like, what's the smallest amount of room we can cram 300 people into? And let's try to.
Some airports are bad.
Let's have San Diego, great city, fun, terrible airport.
Really?
I was just in that one recently, and you have no room. So standing there stinks. Right when you land, people get up and stand.
Yep.
That's annoying.
Yep.
Dude, chill. We're in the middle of the tarmac. What are you doing?
Right. Tarmac
underneath us. 3rd, most annoying. Start to notice this if you start flying more often. If you haven't noticed it yet, you're at baggage claim. You're waiting on your bag. You're the self-aware person realizing, hey, I can still see my bag from 10 feet away of the baggage claim area. I don't need to be right next to it. Everyone else, their knees are touching it.
Their shins are making contact with the metal on the badge.
Oh, it drives me
100%.
crazy.
Yes.
There's been a couple times where I was like A4. I had a great seat. I'm in front of the plane. I'm the first one to baggage claim. And I will stand my ground and I'm right here. And the next thing you know, 10 minutes later, I'm in the back. Everyone has come in front of me. Oh, it is so annoying.
It is odd.
There is no spatial awareness, even just the intelligence to realize, hey, this is going to be a lot more efficient if we all are 10 feet back, and then when you see your bag, you go up. Right. Because they create a wall, and then you can't see your bag.
Yeah, you don't have to
my gosh.
Zacchaeus the whole thing and like get up high or something. Like,
Derek's shoulders were killing him because I had to sit on top of him for 15 minutes in Long Beach.
Derek, there's my bag.
Derek, there's it. Farmland.
Yeah, seriously, Judith, give it. Farmland, Derek.
Oh, it's so annoying.
Yeah, that's real.
I think I forgot to post it one time, but one time I took a picture because I knew it was going to happen. So I took a picture of me with no one in front of me, and then 10 minutes later took a picture of everyone in front of me. And it's like, this is crazy.
It is.
Oh, it's annoying.
It is a funny, like, weird, like, insecurity of like, well, if I'm not up there, maybe I'll miss my bag.
I'll miss it. Oh.
And the thing is, if you miss it, you either wait or you walk they're not going very fast. Just
Absolute
walk along.
worst case scenario. You have to walk 20 feet. And I mean, worst case scenario.
Or you have to wait 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe
just come back around and get it next time.
It's not like they're going from Tucson to Phoenix and back.
Yeah, you have one shot at this, or else it's going back on the tarmac. Go find it later.
Well, I guess this person didn't make the flight. I don't know.
Throw it out.
That would be actually pretty fun.
You have one shot to nail
You have one shot and it goes fast. Because sometimes it takes a while to get your bag. It'd be nice if it just came in quick.
I would like to see him speed up the speed of the conveyor belt.
Yes.
That would be nice.
Just a little, even if it's 20% higher, you know? But
yeah, honestly, I could probably do a podcast every week of just like travel things, you know, or just like the Uber. Well, I was just about to say, but I don't want to get into that. But now I'm thinking, does anyone who's a normal, well-adjusted person in society drive for Uber? I haven't met them yet.
Really?
It's just crazy. Because I know we take a lot of Ubers, but I think you'd just be shocked at how like this one was really weird, but it was weirder than any version I've ever seen before. Oh, this one was weird. And I've never seen that. You know, just like we ordered an Uber XL, which I know when they accept the ride, they don't know where you're going. But still, XL, you know, we get it. We try to take a ride. They say, oh, trunk's unavailable.
What?
We're going to the airport. What do you mean trunk's unavailable?
Trunk's unavailable in the XL?
Yeah.
That's like if you're driving a semi and you're like,
cab only.
Only got 14 wheels today, boys. Sorry about that. Like
bed's out of commission.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Sorry.
What did you do? Just cancel?
So, yeah, I mean, Trey was like, hey, we'll just put our luggage in our bags in. Like, we got to go. And the guy was like, no, I got to cancel. Trey was getting fired up. He's like, do you drive for Uber? Then take me to the airport, basically.
Wow.
The guy was just like, no, it's unavailable. I'm like, what's it back there, dude? What do you mean unavailable?
Really? Like, how precious is whatever's back there?
Can we unload that?
Can we put that in our laps?
Yeah.
Probably, you know.
The guy just canceled the ride and drove off.
It's just like a bunch of oranges. Like, there's something like you cannot stack anything on top of these things.
They're just loose oranges.
Just loose oranges. Yeah.
So 2 different Ubers just this weekend that told us the trunk was unavailable. It's a very weird thing. Yeah, 2 different times.
Is it, I don't think the answer is yes, but like, is it becoming like, hey, Uber, you know, is getting this kind of stereotype, but then Lyft or, you know.
I think they're both.
But these people drive for both sometimes, right?
Yeah, usually.
You know?
Maybe what you need to do is start paying for like whatever they call it, Uber Black or whatever. You're supposed to get like professional drivers.
Give me a break.
So expensive.
Then just hire a professional driver at that point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Don't go Uber.
It just doesn't seem that hard just to like, just get me there.
Sure.
Just give me, because we had one driver this weekend who like 100% had road rage. And it's like, it's terrifying in the backseat. I mean, he's honking at people.
Where's this? LA?
I don't know where that was. Maybe Phoenix or something. But it's like, yeah, we're scared. It's like, whoa, buckle up now.
Yeah, right.
Holy cow, this dude's a maniac. He thinks everyone else is the problem on the road. It's like, dude, look in the mirror a little bit.
Right.
There's no way everyone else is the bad driver.
I know.
Every 30 seconds, what's this guy doing? You know, a little bit later, this guy's,
Yeah, no one here knows how to drive. Okay? Back where I'm from in Schenectady. I don't know. That's a fun name, right?
This guy
Schenectady, they drive better than this.
He'd be in like the middle lane of the highway, and like clearly there's a ton of space. This guy's put his blinker about to like, you know, switch lanes in front of him. He would like speed up when he saw that guy put his blinker on, just to make it like inconvenient for everyone.
Just to scare everybody and potentially cause accidents.
Yes,
basically.
dude. There's not a single normal Uber driver.
Okay.
It's just a different character every time.
Okay, so true or false? Uber's going down. Uber's going down. Is it here to stay, or is there a chance that? I mean, it sounds like
there's an
quality
opportunity.
Of Uber is going down, right? Because I don't feel like I don't take Ubers very often, but when I did, I feel like it was when I was a little bit younger, aka 5-6 years ago, and they were not that weird, or like I had pretty normal ones. But it feels like you're getting a lot recently, and they're going bad.
Yeah, even just, and I'm thinking of another one right now. When I landed in Minneapolis, and then I Ubered to go meet up with Rachel and her family, this guy, as soon as I get in the car, he starts immediately cursing, not necessarily at me, but kind of indirectly at me, because he's like, I'm only getting $9 effing for this ride. I was like, I don't know. It says it's charging me 30. And he's like, yeah, but I'm only getting 9. I was like, I don't know. Sorry, I guess.
Yeah.
And then just the whole ride, like he's upset. He's like just kind of cursing under his breath at Uber. Why do I do this job? I said this would be a good way, come to America, drive for Uber, and like,
oh, really?
Yeah, he's like blaming, I don't know.
Sheesh.
Like
he saw a TikTok and was like, "This is how much money I make every month on Uber.
Yeah,
these are real numbers that you can make too."
Yeah, I was just like, man, this guy is so upset. Like, I don't know. I'm apologizing. Like, I don't know why.
Right.
Like, please just get me there safely. I don't care. I'll just say whatever.
That is really tough though when you're in that situation of like, I feel like it's kind of my fault because I hired you, but like. I think you would have gotten hired by somebody else if I didn't press the button.
He was honking at people before we even left the airport. I was like, oh man, this dude is upset.
Wow. Minnesota, not so nice.
Anyway, we recorded a while and haven't even talked about Main Street Roasters. That's my bad.
That's okay. Talk about them.
Well, let me tell you guys about them while I take my hoodie off. You see, me and a hoodie is the old way of drinking coffee. Yeah, it's nice. Oh, it's fall. Put on a hoodie.
Yeah.
But what you guys don't realize, it would be really cool if I had something underneath.
I was going to say, this is going to be cool.
It seems like I'm setting this up.
You got
like, what's
merch.
underneath? Nope, just plain white shirt. I just happen to be warm. But
it's not that white. It's kind of mocha. It's kind of like a mocha chocolate.
Go off, King.
Okay, that's it. We are sponsored.
The old way
yeah.
of coffee was just to go with coffee. Doesn't have to be served warm.
No, it doesn't, Jake.
That's what I'm trying to say.
We've always said that. It can be cold.
Iced coffee,
tepid,
room temperature coffee, like how I'm trying to feel.
Right.
I think I got the point across.
You're a little warm right now. Would you prefer Main Street Roasters coffee hot or Main Street Roasters iced?
Can I get it iced, please?
Sure, you absolutely can. Jake.
Really? They would do that?
100%. You could do that. You could make your coffee and freeze it too.
That's what I'm reading it here. MainStreetRoasters.com. Make your coffee and freeze it. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. That's great.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, check them out. We love them. You guys love them. Great smells, great taste. Beans, grounds, hot, cold. Serve it up however you want.
Absolutely. Eating, drinking. You could make. Have you heard of coffee cake?
Yeah.
I bet it would be better if instead of cinnamon, you sprinkled Main Street Roasters grounds on top. Honestly,
yeah. I bet you could get pretty creative. Good little simple syrup, a little bit of coffee grounds, ice cream.
Fun.
I don't know.
Hey, maybe if you stir it up, maybe
root beer. I don't know.
Hey, if you have Main Street Roasters at home, or if you don't, go to MainStreetRoasters.com to get it and show us some creative ways that you're using your Main Street Roasters.
Get a little creative. Really embody the like college freshman who's like has full access to a cafeteria.
Yes,
just doing all sorts of crazy experiments.
Sure, absolutely.
So, I mean, you'll get it someday.
GRKC is their promo code for 10% off, and you'll love it. 90% off, 90% of full price.
100% satisfaction though.
That's a fact, brother.
Timmy, do you think you'll go to college?
I'm not currently planning on it.
Okay. Good for you.
But yeah.
I don't think you should. In my 5 seconds of kind of contemplating it and thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. I think you're fine without it.
Yeah, I've been told that. So I feel like
Yeah.
I
feel like you're pretty much already in the workforce, pretty ready to probably hit it full steam.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you hit it full steam?
So you get it to a boil and you pressurize it.
Oh, okay.
And then when it's just ready to burst,
time to hit it.
No college. That's how I do it. I don't know.
That's how I full steam it.
That's how I full steam it.
Oh man. This past Saturday, went to Main Street Roasters. Nope. McLean's. Got it on the brain. Hey, Main Street Roasters, if you ever have an event, I will come bring my cutting boards to it. How about that? Had a little McLeans Market sale day. This is my third year of doing it, and it was fun. Sold some cutting boards. Got to meet some new ghosties. Shout out to Kevin. Yeah. Kevin came, and he came early. Credit to Kevin. He came early before many other people were there. And so I got to talk to this guy for what felt like an hour. It was awesome. He's a dad of 2. He's an aspiring full-time YouTuber right now, making these cool videos at home while also being an engineer at Garmin. So I'm like, you're doing just fine, brother.
Dude, I'll tell you, I felt a little extra security. I hopped in that plane a couple weeks ago with Nick, and I saw they were using all Garmin instruments. I was like, hey, I've seen your headquarters. Yeah. You used to live across the street from him.
That is cool. It is like, I can't believe that Garmin is still in existence, because it was like their whole thing forever was like, the add-on GPS for your car.
Yeah.
And it was like no one could drive without one. And now it's like no one has one of those, and they're still doing all right.
But now no one can fly without one.
There you go.
So good for them.
But he's saying that he's doing golf watches, I think. Golf,
cool. Yeah.
Some kind of golf line or something like Garmin. So Anyway, had some good discussion with him. Had a few other people come say hi. Saw the Mings. Mings were in town for it.
That's nice of them.
And yeah, it was a good time. Didn't sell a whole lot of cutting boards.
Yeah.
Which is okay. The whole intention beforehand was like, I want to do it with Hattie. Like, I didn't sell a whole lot the time before either. And so I was like, I don't know if this is really worth it for my time, but it would be fun to do with Hattie. And so Hattie and I, the day before, like, we resanded and applied oil on every single cutting board. You know, I had her pick out like, hey, what are your 10 favorite cutting boards? Let's put those aside and we'll put those up front to display them.
Those are the money beats.
Those are the money beats. We put those right up front. And, you know, was hoping like she would get up early with me the morning of. It turned out like I got up at like 5:45. I was like, I'm not going to get Hattie up. Like they wanted us to start setting up at 6:30. And so, yeah, I was like, I'm not. Hattie, to her credit, I mean, Catherine has instilled in her like, hey, sleeping is really good for your health.
Yeah.
And so Hattie like will often sleep in till like 9 o'clock sometimes and be like really proud of it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's like harnessed into any kind of laziness yet, but like she definitely was like, I don't want to get up early because I don't want to get sick.
Yeah.
She's like, I think I should sleep in and then maybe I could come later. And I'm like, that's fine.
I hope Hattie keeps that mentality because there is a bad stigma just like in American society about like, if you, like, let's say you stayed up all night working and then got 8 hours of sleep but woke up at 11 a.m., that's like looked down upon.
Yeah.
But if you went to bed at 11 and got 8 hours of sleep and woke up earlier, then it's like, good for you, man. It's like, what if we work the same amount? Sorry, got to wake up early.
Right. That's part of being a woodworker, Hattie, you know, just sleeping in when you got, you know. So anyway, she was kind of around for a little bit, but there were friends, you know, some of her little friends were there, and then she ended up going home a little bit early with my sister and her cousins and whatever. So it wasn't like this like entrepreneurial teaching moment like I wanted it to be, but it was fun because she did help me the day before. So I like paid her and she like kept working harder and harder for it.
That is nice.
Because she wanted to make money, and Bo tried to get in on the action.
Yeah, he did.
But he would just be like, you know, he'd work for like 5 seconds and be like, okay.
How much? I'm
ready for my money, Dad. I'm like, no, you got to work for a long time if you want money. And then he'd do like, you know, 10 more seconds. He'd be like, okay, I'm ready for my money now. I'm like, no, buddy.
Not quite getting it yet.
So, but it was a fun time still. It's always just fun to be out there and doing that stuff. And I do have a lot of cutting boards still. So if anybody's interested, contact me, Ellis Custom Creations. So,
that's fun. That's always good to do. Mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. It was great. And honestly, like my mindset has been so on Ghostrunners and jean shorts and sponsors and all that stuff lately that it was good to get back into that mindset a little bit and make some stuff. And I got some cool orders coming up. A few ghosties potentially ordering some stuff. So pretty fun time in the wood shop.
Thanks, Ghosties, for ordering for my friend.
Always cool. Yeah, always cool to have people be like, I love your podcast and I would love to support you. I'm like, yes, please. Thank you.
Great.
I would love to do that for you. So yeah, anyway.
That's fun. Let's see, what do I want to talk about? Let's talk about the shows just real quick. Had some fun, just kind of moments. Arizona, the Phoenix show was the largest venue we've ever performed in, which is really fun. It holds 5,000. We didn't sell 5,000, but still, it was just fun to be in a venue that's like of that magnitude. Like that was pretty fun.
Yeah,
looks cool.
What was it like as far as going up there? Like, I don't know. Did it feel way bigger? Like, because obviously, even though there weren't 5,000 people in the stands, was the speakers that you're using are supposed to be for 5,000 people. You know, like, could you feel something different there?
That's a good question, but I really don't know if I could tell a difference. You definitely can't see a visual difference. I mean, you can only ever see the first couple rows anyway, so it didn't feel. It was still a theater, you know, so it didn't feel anything. It wasn't like, oh, I'm in an auditorium now, or like a stadium now, or an arena now. Okay, it still felt like a similar size.
Question about the first 2 rows thing: is that like do your eyes ever acclimate into so you can see farther, or is it truly like I can only always see those 2 rows? Like,
it depends on the venue. Some it's like more illuminated by the lighting they have, but for the most part, I mean, you've got a spotlight in your eyes the whole time you're up there. So I never adjust,
really,
which is fine. I don't think I care to see more than the first 2 rows.
Yeah. So do you get more or less intimidated depending on the size of the venue? Because like, you know, on one hand, I'm sure like mentally you're like, this place is huge. I know it's huge. I can see it out there. There's a lot of people. But then when you're up there, it's like, well, I can't see them.
Yeah, I think that's Yeah, I think it's maybe I've just done it enough times where it doesn't seem to matter too much one way or another. It's just like, this is fun. As long as people are laughing, I'm feeling good. If they were not laughing, then I would be nervous or something. Or like if no one was in this room, I'd be nervous. But then the next night was the Long Beach show, and I don't know what they've got going on acoustically there, because it wasn't a sold out show or anything, but it was like one of the loudest shows we've ever done. It was so fun. So during sound check, which my sound check is a joke, it takes 20 seconds. Say, hey, my name is Jake, first comedian. It sounds great. Cool. I don't know what else I would be wanting. But I do it every day, just in case. I don't know. And this day at Long Beach, like as soon as I got on the microphone, it was just like crazy echoey. And I was like, ooh, it seems like, I don't know, is there a way to like minimize that? Can we just turn me down? And he was just like, it's kind of just a boomy room. It's an echoey room. So I was like, okay, I trust you. Oh, this is kind of the end of the sound check. I was like, oh, I couldn't really sound like you couldn't really do anything about it. And then, but I think lesson learned, if it's really echoey during sound check, it's going to sound amazing doing comedy in there.
Okay.
Because dude, it was like a Jesus feeding the 5,000 miracles. Like I know there's not that many people out here, and it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like people are sitting on top of each other. It sounds like it's twice sold out. Like it was really fun.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Did your microphone get better when they came out? Or when the people were there?
No, it still sounded pretty loud to me.
Oh, it did.
Okay. But I was like, well, they seem to understand it.
Yeah.
They can hear. They are laughing.
Just trust them. Yeah.
So that was fun. It wasn't, I don't know if I did anything crazy crowd work wise, but it's just like people are laughing so hard at what it sounds like to me at my just written materials. Like, this is fun. This is so like encouraging.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it was no different than Tucson, no different than Phoenix, but just the way the room is set up. It was like, wow, I got all the confidence in the world now. Just by the way the room is set up.
And that was your last one, right?
Yeah. So that was fun.
So you were riding high.
And I also posted about this in the Facebook group, but it was connected to the scuba show.
Yes.
Which is where I had this freelance gig back in 2019. Probably the week we started the podcast, I was in Long Beach being a videographer for this scuba convention. And our theater in Long Beach that we performed at was connected to the scuba show. It's crazy. We hopped out of the Uber. I was like, whoa, I know that. Wow, that's crazy. Took a picture of it.
Uber. Hopped out of the Uber. Saw the scuba.
The scuba Uber.
Yeah. Wow.
So that was pretty fun. And got to see some ghosties. A lot of people, her name was Holly Waters. Looks like holy water.
Oh,
She was wearing the I'm in my ghosty era shirt.
Yes.
That was fun. She's like, I just got it.
Cool.
Just in time. A lot of ghosties at every show. Judith. Great to meet you guys.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
You're doing it. You're leaving again in what, 5 hours? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Which on that note, you know what? Let's talk about Good Ranchers, and then let me reel on that note, yeah.
Before we get into all the details of Good Ranchers, Friday night dinner with our friends, we had Good Ranchers chicken, and these people, like, they could not stop raving about the chicken. They're like, this guy called me a grill master, Justin. He's like, you're a grill master. I was like, I can't emphasize to you enough how little of a grill master I am. I turned over the chicken a few times and I put the thermometer in there. It is the chicken, man. It's the chicken that makes the difference.
Would you say you're like a grill associate?
Yeah, I would say like I'm an entry-level grill associate.
Yeah.
Like I
no shame in that.
I wrote that I'm proficient in Excel, on my resume, but I mean, I don't know that much besides like it equals sum and then parentheses, get the no. So I'm fine. I know how to like start a grill. I know how to read a thermometer on a grill. So like the higher the number, the hotter the grill is.
Be careful.
Yeah. So, but my grill is literally like there's a hole in the bottom of it because it's like rusted out and like whatever. All this, like I might light my house on fire at some point, but it doesn't matter because the chicken that comes off of it, the burgers, the steak, everything still tastes top notch because of Good Ranchers.
That's right. And like having a hole in your grill, yes, it's gonna attract squirrels and birds, but that makes the chicken better.
That's right.
That's not going to take away from it.
Not when it's Good Ranchers.
Yeah. Not when it's Good Ranchers anyway.
Yeah.
With Brad's Grill. So yeah, get your wild caught seafood. Get your chicken. Get your pork. Get your ground beef. Get your steak.
Yep.
Wagyu beef. Yeah. Subscribe.
Organic chicken.
GRKC.
Prime Popor.
For $25 off GRKC, goodranchers.com.
Wild Gosh Train.
It's a great deal.
Alaskan Call.
Get it while you can. Anyone who gets it is probably regretting not getting it earlier. So just go ahead and do it now. The best time to invest was 10 years ago. The second best time's today. That's what I say. That wasn't Warren Buffett. That's me. Jake Triplett, dash Jake Triplett, comma, in his response to asked when should get Good Ranchers.
Pumpkin spice bacon.
I think we gave them what they paid for.
American meat delivered.
Yes.
Ah!
Good Ranchers. American meat delivered. Waggle beef.
Have you seen that video? It's like Scott and I's favorite video of that Mexican guy reading all the different names for businesses and stuff.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
But then they change the logo to where it says like what he's actually saying. So it's like Burger King. Time, we're gonna have to put that in here. I'll send it to you. We'll awesome. put it in a post. But
Papillon, Home Depot, AT&T, Walmart, Wendy, Burger King, McDonald's, Little Caesar, Starbucks coffee, Costco Wholesale, Gold Star member, Dunkin' Donuts, Yak in the Box, Party City, Pizza Hut, Verizon, Dorian Roll, Macy's, and JCPenney, Subway, Pepsi, Facebook, YouTube.
Oh, it's so funny.
The first viral video I ever made was like recaptioning Salvador Perez.
Oh yeah,
at that like really excited. Like
I'm really excited.
Interview.
Yeah,
I'm really excited.
Excited. Yeah, that was awesome. So
fun. Anyway, the plan tonight was for Rachel and I to make some Good Ranchers, have a nice dinner together, little date night at the house. We were going to go then play some pickleball with each other.
Fun.
Had all these plans. An hour ago, Rachel texted me and said, hey, really bad news. I'm not going to be able to go to Sculpt today. I'm not going to be able to like be at the house. The school is asking me to come back and I have to work and I have to set up for like testing day tomorrow. So I have to go, I'll be there from 6 until late tonight to help set up. And I was like, what? They're just making you show up?
That's tough.
She said, yeah, I still get to come home at normal time, but I have to go back because they have me like on the schedule. And I was like, how long do you think late is? She said, one of the other teachers said, I don't want to be here until late, and late to me is 11:30.
That's what the teacher said.
That's what one of the teachers said. So I was like, that is so crazy to me. They can just take away a night of your life.
Yeah.
I was like, can you explain to them like our situation and that I'm always gone?
Right. That's what I was going to say. That yes.
And maybe remind them that you're an unpaid intern.
That's what I was also going to say. I'm pretty sure she doesn't get paid for this.
No.
Right?
Like, yeah, I was like, get out of this. Like we have all these plans. I'm not in town very often. This is my only full day in Kansas City.
I feel for you and her, but I feel that's tough. Like, and that's one of those things that I know if I were in your shoes / when I was in your shoes, like, because Catherine did ministry, you know, and so there were so many times where I'm like, are you kidding me? You have to be gone. Like, this is the one time out of the month that my family has a birthday party, like, and you can't come because of that. Like, come on, like you're always whatever. And back when I was first married, I remember like making a big deal about it. And of course, in hindsight, it's like, hey, it's okay. It's just one night, but it's like really frustrating. In the moment.
In the moment, it's like, we had plans. So I said no to other plans. It was our night.
Yes. Like you're being intentional and dang, I'm sorry. Just be mad together at the school and don't be mad at her. That's my advice to you on that.
Yeah, no, that's a good word.
Because I think my inclination back in the day was like, well, Catherine, why couldn't you why couldn't you stand up for our marriage? Like, why couldn't you, come on, like you need to say something about this and if you don't, that means that you don't prioritize this enough. And it's like, that's not it at all. Like in hindsight, it's like, she's just being nice and doing her thing and whatever. So
yeah, because I know they enjoy and really appreciate how flexible Rachel has been, but at the same time, it's like, I just don't want you to be taken advantage of. Like, I want to stand up for you. I know it's not my place, but I want to call a school.
Yes,
like,
100%. Hey. That's what when Catherine was working on K-Life.
Yeah,
I was like, I want to be on the board.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to be on the board and advocate for the staff because they don't understand how much work you guys are doing.
You're going to start a union.
Yeah, exactly.
Be a union rep. So yeah, it's like, would have been nice to have Good Ranchers night. Would have been nice to have a night to ourselves. But
right.
You got to be there at the school from 6 to 11 or whatever.
Can you go?
That's a good thought.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
And just make them feel bad the whole time. Hey, I'm here to help.
There's nothing to do?
Traveling comedian. I'm not in town often. And my unpaid intern wife, we just got married. So anyway, we just really value our time together.
That would honestly lead to a bigger fight than anything. Like just being a jerk, like to all these people for her.
The thing is though, it's like this school. It's not like Rachel chose this school. It's not like she's like planning on working there. It's like she just has to do this unpaid for another like 2 months.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, you burn a bridge here and there. Not the worst thing in the world.
Yep. That's called, there's one in every relationship. There's one in every marriage that's going to be like, hey, who cares about these people? And the person's like, I do. Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's all good. It's just one night.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'll do something fun for her when she comes home. Have a little surprise.
Okay.
I don't know what.
Ping pong table. Bring it back up.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah. Is it downstairs right now?
In the garage, I think.
I think.
Where is that thing? Anyway. So that's that. I did get to see Rachel a bit this weekend, though. I flew straight from Long Beach to Minnesota.
Right.
Because the Chiefs play the Vikings every 4 years. And every 8 years, it's in Minnesota, I guess. So, yeah, Rachel's fans are all Vikings fan. Rachel's family, Vikings fans. It's like, how perfect. Let's go up there. We'll all meet up in Minneapolis, go to the Chiefs game. So that was really fun.
Dude, can I hate or joke, whatever, make fun of Catherine a little bit? Catherine's like, I wonder if Jake's wearing Viking stuff at the game. I'm like, what? No. I know and you had already sent that picture of you in that Mahomes shirt. I was like, I know he's wearing Mahomes. And Catherine's like, well, can't you just see Jake like just being such a suck up to his in-laws and like wearing Viking stuff? I was like, no way. No.
Catherine, this is the only team I cheer for. Yeah. This is the only TV I watch.
She's like, well, can't you just like, he just loves them so much. I was like, that doesn't matter. They love him.
Yeah. I flew to Minneapolis for them.
If anything, Rachel was wearing Chiefs stuff. Like,
yeah.
Anyway, I just thought it was such a funny thought of like Catherine being like, I mean, maybe he's wearing Viking stuff. Like, no way.
It's funny she believed in me. Sorry I let you down, Catherine. But no, Rachel and I were in like matching Mahomes and Kelsey like graphic tees that Gunnar got us for our wedding, which is funny. I put on our story. People were like, dude, where'd you get these? I'm like, I don't know, my friend.
That's the most Gunnar thing.
Yeah. But the game was fun. We sat on the very top row, which was cool. Never sat on the top row. I've come close a couple times.
What's the, did you have a literal wall behind you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Went to scratch my head a couple times and hit it. I was like, oh yeah, we are at the back. But it was fun. It's like it's a dome. It's really nice.
Looks sweet.
It looks really cool. The outside is like Cybertruck vibes, like sharp angles, like cool, jagged design.
Plexiglass?
Some of it is. Yeah. A lot of like natural light that comes in there.
Yep.
It's cool, dude.
Yeah.
Got real sick of that Viking horn pretty quickly. Dude, that was perfect.
Thank you.
Nailed that. That must have come through the broadcast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you hear it all the time.
Dude, I mean, they'd play it for anything. I mean, it's just like, it's 2nd and 14. And like, they could have the ball. It doesn't matter if the Chiefs have the ball, they have the ball. That's the 2-minute warning. It's great. I mean, they play it for anything. I was giving Tim and Steve Coop a hard time because the Vikings kicked kind of like not a sad field goal, but it's like they probably should have scored on this drive. Then the penalty backed them up. They end up kicking a field goal. The Chiefs are still up 7-3. And dude, they brought out, I mean, this song, this dance. They're parading around the field with flags that say Vikings. Everyone's like, V-I-K-I. And they're all singing this song like for 3 points in the first quarter. Act like you've been here before. Oh my gosh. Right. I mean, they almost brought the house down for a first quarter field goal.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like a long field goal, I don't think. Like,
no, it wasn't anything crazy.
It was like he should make this field goal. And
yeah.
Like, yeah, you got to save the good ones for touchdowns.
I couldn't believe how much they were celebrating for a field goal.
Like maybe play a little like, hip hop song after you make it or something.
Something upbeat, celebratory.
But not the whole kit and caboodle.
It was the K-State Wabash, I feel like. You remember that? Like everyone's singing and dancing and moving around for a field goal. Because I feel like if you're a Vikings fan, you're like, dang, you're a little let down. Like we should have got 6 there. We had 3. Now I got a V-I-K-I-N-G.
I actually like the idea of like this is my kind of humor is like just something terrible happened to the Vikings. Like, the game is over, or Justin Jefferson
gets hurt.
Looks like he has a season-ending injury or something. He's like on the field, the trainer's like attending to him, and the guy in the booth accidentally presses the horn button. Like, that is the pinnacle of my humor. Like, it's like really serious and quiet, then all of a sudden,
let's go Vikings! Let's go Vikings! V-I-K. Yeah, like he's just down on the ground riding a train.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, like their season is over.
Give it up for the 1-5 Minnesota Vikings.
Oh my gosh, dude! The skull? How was that?
Skull was. I think it's fun that they have something, right? I mean, the Chiefs have the tomahawk chop. I think as long as you have something, that's good with me. Something to make it different. You
really?
Texted, you're like, I was a little impressed.
I was underwhelmed by the skull. So Timon, let me educate you / all the ghosties out there that don't know.
Daryl Strawberry.
So Daryl Strawberry leads this chant. So they have this big drum, which the Chiefs do too. There's big drum, and guy does two quick ones. Boom, boom, boom. And then there's like, everyone in the stands after. So you bang, Jake. Doof, doof. Skull! Doof, doof. Skull! Doof, doof. Skull! And then it just keeps going.
What
Skull!
Doof, doof.
Skull! 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 Skull!
It's a great sound.
But like half the people, like it's just not very like passionate scolding. Like they like showed all these different people in the stands as they were doing it, and they just be like, skull.
Luke did text. He was like, I feel like the camera picked on like not very excited people. Like
But I don't. But you don't see anybody like, dum dum skull, dum dum skull.
You're right. It's like a subdued.
You don't have Leif Erikson back there just like going nuts.
Yeah, like there's only so much you could do with this.
Skull. Do it again.
Doof, doof.
Skull. Skull. Like, was Angie going nuts? There's no way.
She was not.
There's no way Angie was just losing it.
It would be worrisome if she was losing it. Like, oh my gosh.
So anyway,
that's a good point.
It's a fun thing, and I've seen it a few times. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. But then when they did like a piece on it, not really, but like they like really focused on it on the broadcast.
Like the Daryl Strawberry origin and everything.
I was just like, I don't get, like that wasn't cool enough to do that. Like they stopped announcing. To
hey,
okay, and now the legendary skull chant. Doom doom skull. Like so.
Credit to the Vikings video production. I don't know what to call it exactly. Maybe they're Ethernet cables. I don't know. The Chiefs have a problem at Arrowhead Stadium because when we're trying to do the tomahawk chop, they bring out someone every game to beat the drum. Good amount of delay. Like what we're hearing out of the speakers is different than what the drum is. Vikings Stadium got it figured out. Like when you hear the beat, you also see him drumming. I like that.
Really?
Yeah, there no delay, no lag. What's that called?
Yeah. Well, I feel like so much of that's just
latency. That's the word.
But so much of that is just like natural, isn't it?
Maybe.
So maybe the dome versus outdoors.
Well, no, I don't know if it is natural. You could always put speakers closer to people.
Yeah.
Because I think we had a speaker right above us. So the video and audio is like synced up. Whereas like Arrowhead, there's like speakers just like one's just on the end zone. And that's like all we have basically.
No, there's more speakers than that.
I know. We've talked about this
before.
We've
talked about this before. But yes, I understand what you're saying. Like, yeah, but at like a KU game, like the side where the band is playing, like is clapping in a different pace. Like you can see like how fast people are clapping. They're supposed to be clapping along, but like the other side is off from each other. So I
feel like the Vikes were synced up.
Yeah.
Got to give them that.
Dum dum sync.
Synced.
Synced.
I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, it was fun. A ton of Chiefs fans there. That was kind of crazy.
How were the Vikings fans towards the opposing fan base of the Chiefs?
Everything was chill in the top row.
Yeah,
everything was good.
Did you connect with other Vikings fans? Like, did you become friends with people around you?
Not really. There were actually Chiefs fans sitting next to me, but they had the most pungent, like just gross smelling weed smell I've ever been a part of. I mean, I was getting
that's too bad.
Contact high. It was very, very stinky.
Like that's going to be part of your memory.
Yeah. The smell like the left side of my body. Because Rachel was like, "Do you want to switch with me so you could sit by like Tim and my dad and like talk football?" I was like, "You don't deserve this. Let me take this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she wasn't smelling it? Like...
She did. I mean, like when they got up and went to the bathroom, she's like, "Does something smell like weed?" I'm like,
"Is that loud?" Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the people sitting 12 inches from you.
That's such a bummer.
But Viking Stadium was cool. It's cool to be in a dome. You do miss a flyover. I miss a good flyover, like from airplanes.
Sure.
In the dome.
Yeah. I was just thinking of how could they do one?
I'll tell you what they do. And I mean, I was boggled the whole time. This is one of those things that I just get set on. I'm like, no one else cares. No one else wants to try and figure this out with me. They keep setting off fireworks. I don't know how they're like setting these off because nothing is going up. I think something is being strung from the ceiling on a timer or something, and then they're detonated remotely.
Really?
I think it's from the sky because, like, I mean, I'm staring at the field, like, all right, they're about to announce somebody else. Like, where's the firework coming from? And it's like nothing is being shot up, especially when, like, okay, a player just scored. Now they're doing fireworks. Obviously, wouldn't have had a firework on the field, so now I know it's coming from the sky.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know where's the smoke going.
Yeah,
how'd they do this? It's like a legit firework.
But maybe it's not.
Maybe it's not.
Like maybe it's
Fool's
something
gold.
else. Maybe they sync up the sound so well, they just pop it with the lights.
It's just a light in the speaker makes a firework
It's a dissolvable light with the pop.
That's probably what it is.
I think that's what it is. We figured it out. No one needs to tell us otherwise.
Skull fireworks.
Skull! Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Chiefs won. If you want to hear us talk more football, listen to All-Time Quarterback.
Yep.
Patreon.com/quarterback.
Did you do anything else in Minneapolis?
What did I do? I ran into a K-Life girl. That was kind of fun. Forget her name now, but it's fun. Like saw fans, as soon as they got out of the Uber, she was like, "You ran Kansas City K-Life." And I was like, "What are you doing here?" She's like, "Oh, it's kind of a long story." I was like, "Me too." That's okay. It's kind of a long story why I'm here too. But what else did I do? We really just we went and had lunch, went to the game, drove back to Iowa that night, and then drove back from Iowa to Kansas City on Monday.
How much did you feel like Steve and you said it was just Steve and Tim
and Angie and Rachel and me.
Right. How much did you feel like they were like true Vikings fans versus like we're just along for the ride?
Tim and Steve, Vikings fans.
Really?
For
like,
sure.
Big time. Like they know the players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angie Coop, just a big fan of Christianity, you know? So I think she's like Kirk Cousins. I'm here for Kirk Cousins.
Sure. Me too.
Yeah. And so yeah, she was fun. She really likes, she roots for the Chiefs unless they're playing the Vikings.
Sure.
It's fun though. I think I've kind of mentioned before, we're in that fantasy football league with the Coops.
Yep.
And I've never seen people check their fantasy team more than like Steve Coop and Angie a little bit too. I mean, they're into it, which is fun. Like they're just checking it constantly while we're at the game. Like, they
really?
love
while they're there.
Yeah, their fantasy teams and checking in on them.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
Good. That's great, man. I don't have many other highlights of my week. It's been a pretty slow week.
Use any diapers?
Boy, did I. Every day of my life, brother.
Really?
Really.
Everyday life?
Every life of my day, dude. Yeah, we are sponsored. We had another. We've been sponsored by them once already. Every Life diapers and wipes. Honestly, don't sleep on the wipes.
Hey, we're still wiping.
Don't sleep on the wipes. Sleep with your G.I. Joes. Don't sleep with your wipes. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Every Life. Let me pull up their ad real quick. Sorry.
Hey, that's okay. I'll talk about them. Rachel and I are kind of this new fun phase. It's called. It's not a fetish, but it is kind of diaper adjacent. Okay. And how are we doing on those ads?
Got it.
You got shoot. Okay, well, I was going to talk about it. Okay.
I thought you were really going for something. I was like, where's he got this going?
Nope.
No, this company created by parents for parents. It launched just this summer, so it's a brand new company.
That's fun when it's a new company.
And it's got a simple mission, Jake. See if you can memorize this real quick, Timon.
Okay.
To provide premium diapers. Oh, sorry. See if you can memorize this, Timon.
Okay.
To provide premium diaper products for every baby.
To provide premium diaper. Try again.
Okay.
One more time.
Every Life has a simple mission to provide premium diaper products for every baby.
To provide premium diaper products for every baby.
Every baby.
Ooh.
Yep. And while it's known for their high-performing diapers, supremely soft, free of harsh chemicals, it's their stance on life that's most incredible. It believes that every baby...
while they're...
Nope, this isn't part of it. No, the mission is simple. Provide premium diaper products for every baby. Every Life believes every baby is a miracle from God who deserves to be loved, protected, supported. And even more exciting, Every Life is committed to giving back to pro-life organizations and pregnancy resource centers in urgent need. So go to everylife.com for diapers, wipes, and bundles delivered right to your door, and feel good knowing that every purchase changes lives through their support of pro-life organizations. everylife.com, promo code GRKC, get 10% off your first order. I'll do this for anybody, I guess, until it bites me, I guess. In the Facebook group, somebody was like, I'm trying to figure out if Every Life is worth it.
Oh, yeah. I saw
like ordering 70 diapers. That's a lot of diapers to commit to for something you never tried. And I said, try them. And if you don't like it, I'll pay you back.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I'll drop the gauntlet for anybody. Anybody that wants to try everylife.com diapers, GRKC for your 10% off your first order. You don't like it, I'll pay you personally. Send me your Venmo. Okay? Because I'm that confident in these great products, great mission. And the mission is to provide premium diaper products for
every baby.
That's right, Timon.
For every pee-pee, for every poo-poo, and anything in between.
I wasn't, when you said pee-pee, I was thinking.
Oh.
I was like, okay, Jake.
For every he, him. For every she, her.
Oh, man. That's fun.
On the drive back from Iowa yesterday, Rachel had to be in one of her master's classes. So she's in class.
Master class.
Yeah. AirPods in while I'm driving. And afterwards, there's an interesting thing going on. So I need to put this out in the Ghostrunners kind of universe here. So we don't think, there's only like 4 people in her class. So it's a very small class. They all know each other very well at this point. They're always sharing with each other, presenting, critiquing, affirming. Mm-hmm. But there's someone in her class who might be a ghostie, but hasn't yet mentioned it yet.
What? Okay. Tell me more. Why do you think
that? Rachel had a Ghostrunners hat on this time.
Yeah. From Ghostrunners.life.
Yes.
Okay.
And Rachel Coop is in the house.
Rachel Coop, not for long.
Rachel, come here. I might need your help remembering this. Okay. So this girl, first thing, compliments Rachel's hat. She's like, oh, I love your hat. And then Rachel had a Ghostrunners sweatshirt on too.
From Ghostrunners.life.
Supportive wife.
Yeah.
And the girl's like, oh, I like your sweatshirt too. I was like, thanks. They have to do something else in the class where you have to pick a number of something, 1 through 20. And Rachel's like, I'm going to choose 14. And I think the girl was like, I thought you'd pick that. That's your volleyball number.
Whoa.
Yep.
What else am I forgetting?
She just said the hat.
Hey, come on. Welcome to the house. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. She just said the hat. I like your hat, and it said Ghostrunners. And then she said, I knew you'd pick 14. That was your volleyball number.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Which was also embarrassing because that is why I picked it.
Dang it!
What did you pick the number for?
Yeah, it was like she had 15 envelopes. Oh, okay. You pick a number, and then she reads the question to you.
It is embarrassing to get outed. Like, I knew you'd pick that. That's what you were in, in 9th grade volleyball. And you're like, yeah, that's why I picked that. That's a bummer. I still cling to that number. Was there anything else previously that made you think that maybe she was a fan or knew me or something?
No, that was just
okay, I couldn't remember. So anyway, if you're out there, you know who you are. I haven't said her name yet.
Good, don't say it.
Yeah. I'll just say it sounds a lot like...
Don't.
I was trying to think of one. Yeah, I messed up with the head then last time, so I won't. Sounds like Sarah.
Yeah, exactly like Sarah.
It's not Sarah. Anyway.
Sounds like Sarah. Yeah. Interesting. It's always
kind of a fun development. Like, is there a chance this girl has just been in class with Rachel for how long? Months? And just not said anything?
I hope not.
How does she know Rachel's volleyball number?
I would have been acting better.
Why is she complimenting the hat? What's a foot?
Hat,
and how big's the foot?
The hat shirt combination is suspect. Like if it's just like, hey, cool corduroy hat. Like it's kind of a fun, different kind of style of a hat. Cool. But then to be like, oh, and I also like your shirt. It's like, you don't just like the colors of these things. Like you're complimenting this for some other reason, maybe.
Cool volleyball number.
And then the volleyball number thing, that to me, and I know you're off camera or off microphone, so you don't have to give a long explanation, but like, are you confident that you've never mentioned anything about your volleyball career?
I'd never bring that up.
No way she never brings that up. Okay.
I would never say that.
I'm so embarrassed that I played volleyball for so long. No. Yeah, that's because even if you've listened to this podcast, you didn't know Rachel's number was 14 before right now.
I don't think so. Unless... I mean, maybe if she's in the guillotine league, that would be crazy. If she's deep, she's like a patron in the fantasy league, sees that Rachel's username is vballchick14.
Right.
And is like, I knew it. I knew you'd pick 14.
Maybe she's, what happens if you Google her?
Google her.
I know, I'm struggling with that.
I'm doing it too.
If you Google Rachel Coop, like would one of the first things come up be, 14, literally, first thing, UNI Athletics, 14 Rachel Coop. So maybe she's just a Googler.
She outed herself and she's looked us all up.
She's just stalked everybody. Yeah. Who knows? So.
Should I put that out there just in case she's listening? Hey, holler at us. Let us know.
Hey, don't be a stranger.
Don't be strangers.
Come on, don't be shy. That's funny.
Rachel, we're wrapping up. Anything else you want us to talk about?
Nope.
Thanks.
No.
You work hard. End it early.
End it early, she says.
Get out of here.
Just get out of here, you. Bye, Rachel. Was Catherine what?
Here like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, she was here to drop off. I know. She'll be back soon.
Oh, she will actually? Here?
I don't know if she'll come back here, but probably. Yeah. Bye, Rachel. What a gal. Well, that's it.
Rachel said to end it. So.
Well, I have a. Sorry, we're skipping ahead here. I have a jingle, but it's not super well prepared.
Before we talk about that, you want to talk about Chike this episode?
I would say we should talk about Chike.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's we'll wrap up with that. So Chike is back. Chike.
Chike.
I like Chike.com.
It's back, but it's not back like all the other times we've chiked. It's different, dude.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
It's like let me think of it here. It's like George Bush. We already had a George Bush president. No, this one's different.
Psych.
But it is kind of the same.
It's the same delicious flavor you know and love, but just a little bit upgraded.
It's like Monsters.
Not a war veteran anymore. Right?
Monsters University.
Sure. Toy Story 2.
Rush Hour 2.
Yeah. It's like, you know how like back
Avengers Endgame.
You know, back in the day, it was like, man, those Cheerios are delicious. But then you realize like, oh, they're actually not healthy for you like these are. And then you have this new formula of Cheerios, and it's like, they're even healthier for you.
Oh, wow. That tastes a lot like George Bush.
I don't even know if this is great analogies. All I know is that Chike has recently come out with naturally sweetened protein coffee. So they still have the old versions of everything. If you love Chike the way it is, great. But if you want things just naturally sweetened with something called Reb M, it's organic cane sugar. It still only has 2 grams of sugar, I believe, 20 grams of non-GMO protein, 2 shots of espresso in these bad boys. I'm talking vanilla lattes, cafe mochas, natural caramel macchiatos.
Great.
Dude. I mean, really good stuff, really high quality ingredients. I was actually just talking pretty in depth with Mac, our Chike guy, the other day, and he's like, dude, like, and he's obviously a huge fan of Chike. He's like, these taste like next level good. And so, yeah, we need to get our hands on some because I'm excited to try them ourselves. But if Mac says they're good, I believe him.
Yeah. Natural line. That's just fun. I feel like it's just, there's so many just new fun drinks popping up everywhere. Just, hey, live a little. Treat yourself a little bit. Get yourself some new and naturally sweetened Chike.
Yes.
Because guess what? You deserve it.
Quick, hey, just trust me. Quick, heavy hitters, 20 grams of protein, 3 grams of sugar. I said 2. 0 artificial ingredients.
That's nice. And still 2 shots of espresso?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
For now. Ooh. Eyeball emoji.
What if I double up?
Yeah. So I almost Chike before this. I didn't go home before I came over here, but I almost Chiked. And you would tell because your productivity, your mood, your just overall likability will go up when you have Chike.
So check out Chike. Use code Ghostrunners, I believe, for 25% off.
Yikes. Chikes.
Chikes,
nice.
mister.
Chikes, dude. That's a good deal.
So 25% off. Chike.com. I think even I like Chike.com. If you're a fan of multiple URLs, they redirect.
Yeah, they do. They sure do, Jake.
They sure freaking
do.
They
sure do, buddy.
So get a hold of them. Go nuts. All right, Brad, you have a review of the week that you would like to share?
I do. It's about KU, which is fun.
KU.
Even though I went to K-State, but I'm a KU guy. Go Jayhawks, says Maddie123.
Good job.
I was first introduced to your podcast through my boyfriend. Over time, I began listening to Ghostrunners on my own and have quickly become hooked. That's a YouTube one. I am currently listening to your older episodes on my way to and from work every day. Your podcast always puts me in a good mood in the morning and helps me decompress on my way home from work. I teach high school, so sometimes I need something to look forward to after school. While I love your jokes and entertaining stories, I especially love whenever you mention KU. I live in Oregon, but my grandparents are from Lawrence, so I have been to Kansas many times. My grandpa worked for most of his life at the University of Kansas in various roles, including professor, chancellor, and even athletic director.
Whoa.
I'm throwing it out there, Maddie. Is your grandpa Lou Perkins? Because he was the athletic director when I was growing up.
Oh, Lurkins?
Maybe. Hearing you talk about the Jayhawks, Lawrence, or even just Kansas in general always makes me think of him. Puts a smile on my face. Thanks for all you do. 5 stars.
Nice.
Thanks, Maddie.
Mine comes from a person named RT Vlogs. The title of the review says, yeah.
Yeah.
Just based off that alone, how old is this person, if you had to guess?
Yeah. 16.
14.
Okay.
Oh, Timon's kind of taking a shot there.
You get one more chance at it. No, sorry. I'm going to give you one more piece of information. Oh. My name is Taylon. Taylon. Now what age are they?
13.
I stand by 14.
Okay. So excited to be a ghostie now. My name is Taylon Roten, and I'm a 17-year-old.
Dang it.
You nailed the generation.
I should have stuck with my first one.
From a very small town called Folk, I guess.
Careful. I'm not even going to make jokes about that. Jeez.
Holy cow, that one surprised me. Get to the end of the sentence. Okay.
Yeah, there's like, even if it's Fouke. Even if you say Fouki, that's not much better.
Oh, man. Okay. Let's just.
Falk.
He's from a small town in Arkansas.
Falk.
And I am starting my journey to become a pilot.
Whoa. No way.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. I've been watching Trey for a long time and loved Jake's scenes. I started watching Gene Shorts from day one and loved it ever since. I've always found Brad hilarious. I've just recently started listening to y'all's podcast about 2 weeks and have loved every episode. I'm excited to be into Patreon and also super pumped to be able to listen to y'all's new football themed podcast. Hoping to be in the fantasy league next year. I love that when just like someone gets into the atmosphere and they're just all in. They're like, I'm listening to every episode. I'm in Patreon. I want to be in the fantasy league.
I'm diving in.
Unfortunately, they did leave a 4-star review. So, hey, Gen Z, figure out a cell phone.
Yeah. Too many clicks. Too much scrolling on those kids, you know?
This Falcon guy. But yeah, Taylor, thank you. That's really cool, dude.
Yeah, man. And he's going to be a pilot, so
hey,
you can teach him some stuff if you need to.
Hey.
You need to help getting that bird off the ground? Get Jake in there.
We squawking?
Yeah, that's right.
Squawkity, squawkity, Lima Alpha?
Squeakity, squawk, squawking.
But yeah, very fun review. Appreciate you, Taylor. Just make sure and get that bumped up to a 5-star. Thank you.
Honestly, great strategy for everyone, like accidentally rating us not 5 stars.
Gets my attention.
And it's really nice because then we'll, like, that's how Rendell Weaver started.
Yeah.
You know, because we're like, well, we got to read this guy's review so he knows to, up it. He didn't say anything negative about our podcast. Therefore, whatever.
It's meant to be 5 stars, I think. Brad, would you like to end this episode with the jingle?
Let's try it.
Okay.
Let's try it. Okay. You know what?
I haven't seen this.
Before we try it, let me do this on my new MacBook where I put the real lyrics next to the existing lyrics. I think that'll help me.
Do what you got to do. Do you have the instrumental, Timon?
I do not. But
sorry.
Do you want me my computer? Timon's computer?
I don't care. Piano Man is the name of the song.
Cool. I'm connected. I got it. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Why would
am I doing it when the producer is literally sitting right there? I'll talk about something to fill the space. Here's something, Brad. I don't think so. It's like at one point, all of us were going to Hawaii. Now, Fulbrights are not going. My parents are not going. The latest dropout, Coops, are not going. But Rachel and I will still see you there.
Okay. How confident are you that Rachel's staying around, Oh, but Rachel has to do some standardized testing stuff. So she might come for like the last 2 hours of it.
Yeah. So we're like, well, we for sure. I mean, Brad and Catherine coming. I mean, they're coming because I told them we'd be there. We have to still go.
Yeah. At first, it was like almost like an obligation of like we got to do some work.
How else are we gonna do the podcast if you don't come to Hawaii? Yeah. And now no one else is coming. So
I mean, it's a fun excuse, but
yeah. So we'll see you there.
Okay. Great. That's funny.
Just us two.
Great.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. Thanks.
It's hard to play piano and harmonica at the same time.
It is. It's a skill that we do. So
good job, you guys.
Thanks.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for
Great job, Timon.
listening to our podcast. Check out our Patreon tomorrow for an update on NFL Week 6. All things football. We talk about every team. We make it fun. It's very us, but with football. And then come back Wednesday, more Ghostrunners.
Absolutely. Check out Main Street Roasters, Chike, Every Life, Good Ranchers, all of them.
You bet.
We'll see you Wednesday. Love you guys.
See ya.
Ghostrunners Podcast. Everybody.